the reviewcell.webs.com. We're looking at MadWorld, the review for the Wii title. It's a very violent game and jokey storylines over the top. It's actually a pretty good storyline for what it's worth, but you'll see. Let's go through the review and see if you enjoy it. If you do, go out and buy it. It's very cheap at this point. It's harking back to the old days of Sin City from the textures and the graphics you can see, and it's very nice to pick up a weapon in this game and just let go of your frustrations on a random attacking battle boss or any random attacking foe in the game. There's a few jokes in the game. You have the nice commentary from your two co-hosts who just constantly interact with whatever you say. The storyline's about a person who's been pushed into this violent city where they have to fight their way up to win in battles. And they're getting paid by a sponsor in a way. Along your way you'll fight different little bosses who reign over a specific territory, and you'll have to work your way up.
That waterfall is getting him the closest thing to a shower he's had in months. What's the deal here again? Same as always. Jack's out kill every sucker he sees so he can make enough bank to beat on the boss.
Oh, why do you get more for private?
The game is sometimes kind of childish, and you'll be doing stuff like just grabbing someone and throwing them in trash cans or throwing them across the area just to get points, because that's how the game is. You have to get points to fight the boss. Just kind of like you're proving yourself, and you can get the points by doing more and more disgusting and dramatic effects to your opponents. This is just a few of the weird things that will happen throughout the game. As you can see, things will pop up. You'll be on a motorcycle at one point, you'll be running around in a tornado or another, you'll be grabbing people up bicycles, throwing them through vents, and it's just a lot of fun. It's over the top, and it's an interesting game to take a look at if you are in the mood for something violent. And once again, this game is just focused on its own merits. It's just a nice looking game that you can enjoy by yourself or with another person, because there is a multiplayer aspect on this game. Multiplayer mostly focuses as like a little mini game run through of these little mini challenges you get throughout the game. These challenges will be given out through this, spoiler alert, bad guy slash good guy slash, well, however you want to call it. To me, he's kind of a good guy, because I enjoy his little spunky in between mini games that he throws at you. Here's just a few that you can play.
Take a bottle full of bub, shook up nice and tight.
Yes, you will be hitting people through heads off into dartboards, and you will be smashing people into firecrackers, and it's just a silly game, but at the same time it's so much fun. You probably enjoy it. It's only about 6 hours or even shorter if you really want to run through it. So it's a game that you will have to purchase another game soon, because the fighting does get a little repetitive eventually, but by the time it does, you're already doing something new and doing something different, so it always keeps you on your feet. It's always interesting to see how Jack, our main character, will try to defeat his other opponents. And also, for those who enjoy a little voice acting, there's great voice acting throughout this game. There's a lot of people who will notice these voice actors who've done other work, like Jack himself, who's been in a lot of actual shows and television shows. His voice will be very familiar. I'm not going to spoil anything. And as a lasting opinion, I just gotta say, if you will enjoy this game, if you like a little good hack and slash, if you like a little adventure, there's not much to the game, because it's going to be a little straightforward, and you're going to be it's more arena based, and defeat all the opponents in the area, okay, get your points up, go fight the boss. It's going to be very rinse, shower, repeat, and it's just throughout the game you will still have fun with it.
Jack doesn't look too happy. Ouch! He just hit a man with a helicopter, and the best you got is ouch? Yeah, been there, done that.
I gotta say, I'm gonna make this a longer review just to give you guys a chance to look at the game and see if you would be interested in anything like this. I usually don't make the reviews this long, but just to give you a hint of what you can do throughout this game, I put a lot of effort into showing you as much as I could of what happens throughout the entire game itself. There's a bit of spoiler throughout, but you'll nonetheless find your own way of killing your opponents, so it won't matter too much. Last but not least, we're going to have to discuss the controls. The controls are very waggle-fest at points, but not too bad. You'll have your own little chainsaw. You can use the B button to use that, and you can slash with the Wii remote to slash a specific direction, and you can chuck your opponents in it with the thrust of the Wii remote. And it's all about the money when it comes down to it. It's dirt cheap. This game is cheap. You can find it for a low price. So if you can, just give it a chance. I really think you would enjoy it. If you can find it for maybe 10 to 15 bucks, it's worth it to add to your library, and it might be even cheaper at this point. And it's an overlooked title, and if we don't start buying, there ain't gonna be a sequel.
Jack, yeah, I've never seen a guy get his clothes off so fast. And Jack, I think after giving that peek at Elise, we
Just a few things I've noticed throughout the game. The game will start hating on you when it gets very hard in the later levels. The announcers will respond. They will get annoyed the fact that you're getting so far so quick, and they will curse and make jokes about everything you're doing. That got a little annoying side, and I will say sometimes the graphics had a little freeze up and some things like the animations and people not moving, but other than that, the game is a knockout. So if you want, visit our website and donate, of course, to the reviewcell.web.com for Sega Cell research.